As an entrepreneur and a business executive, I've had the opportunity to make a lot of job offers in my day, and I know that you don't win unless you have a great team around you. And last week, I made the most important job offer I could to a woman who I want as my full partner as we work to turn around the state of Connecticut. And I'm so proud that Mary Glassman has agreed to sign on to our team as the next Lieutenant Governor of the state of Connecticut. Mary is not just going to be a great Lieutenant Governor. She is going to be my full partner as we go forward to reform government here in the state of Connecticut and put our people back to work. I'll tell you something else. Democrats, I'll tell you, this is a team that gives us the best opportunity to win in November, and I can tell you, Connecticut, this is the team that gives us the best opportunity to put Connecticut back in the winning streak again. Now, as you heard from George, it's no great secret why we're here in New Britain. I see some of my friends from Central Connecticut State, where I've had the opportunity to be a professor over the last few years. I mentioned Drew Harris was here. Drew and I taught an entrepreneurship class together, working with young people, helping them develop a business plan, helping them to turn an idea into a business. That's the state of Eli Whitney, Igor Sikorsky, and Drew. We've got an awful lot of folks in that class. With the right governor and the right leadership, those folks are going to stay right here in Connecticut and be creating their jobs right here. I was proud to be there with you. A policy team here at Central. We had some leading members of the faculty. David Blitz, I see here. Carol Ostad. We had, where's Carol? Is she up there? There you are. Look, we had labor and business leaders who hadn't talked to each other in an awful long time. We had politicians of all different stripes here answering the fundamental question. Why is it that Connecticut is falling behind? Why is it that the next generation of jobs aren't being formed right here in the state? And we came up with a solution. We put together a blueprint, ctblueprint.org. You know what? That was the draft for our jobs plan, which we released just last month. And that is going to how we hit the ground running in January and start creating jobs again here in the state of Connecticut. But it's no secret why we're here with Mary. You know, she was raised here in New Britain, went to school right down the street. As Mary and I have had the chance to travel around the state together, I've heard her tell the story, what her roots here in New Britain means, what a great education means, how education is the great door opener, it gives everybody a fair shot at the starting line of life. Look, she could have followed her three brothers to Central Connecticut State. That wouldn't have been a bad move, as I can figure it out. But look, Blue Devils, our loss was the Huskies' gain. She went on the Yukon. I got to tell you, that was a pretty good move. I also, in the business world, promises are great, but we measure people by their results. And one of the reasons I'm so proud to be here with Mary is this is a woman who gets results. Just ask the voters in Simsbury. They keep re-electing her time after time, this overwhelmingly Republican town. She gets results and makes things happen. She's been working with the Department of Transportation. She's been working with the Commissioner of Education. She knows that complicated dynamic between the towns and the state government and how to make our state government work on behalf of the towns. She's also served as an advisor to the Speaker of the House. She's been Chief of Staff to the Lieutenant Governor. She knows how to make Hartford work, how to make Hartford work for all of our people. Mary's not afraid to roll up her sleeves. You know, we're going to make education a priority in the state. We're going to make darn sure that given the fiscal hardships we have, we don't balance the budget on the backs of our students. This is our future. We're going to invest there and make sure that they stay and grow, create a family, create jobs right here in our state. And she's also... and also committed to transportation and getting our transportation system moving again. Somebody gave me an idea. They said, Ned, I don't think anybody would be over-promising if you said, look, at the end of your term, let's see if we can get our train from New Haven to New York, at least to go there at the same speed and the same time we could do it in 1900. Does anybody think they're over-promising there? 15 or 20 minutes slower today. We're going to make these differences. We're going to make these changes. I can tell you that Mary's going to be at my side every step of the way, and at the end of 4 years, nobody's going to be asking, what exactly does a lieutenant governor do? Mary and I are going to roll up our sleeves, we're going to hit the pavement, we're going to get out there, start working our small businesses, start working with our mid-sized businesses, see what it takes for them to grow, see what it takes for them to expand, see what it takes to give them the confidence that this is where they want to be. We have over 100,000 small businesses in this state, over 100,000 with less than 100 employees. If we could give them the confidence to just hire 1 or 2 people over the next year, just 1 or 2 people, that would mean dramatic reduction in our unemployment rate. It would represent over $1 billion in new tax revenues, helping us to balance the budget. It would mean our cities are coming back to life. It would mean our kids have hope that this is where they want to be, this is where they want to grow, this is where they want to stay. That's our promise to you. We're going to get this state moving again. Let me just say, you know, on a personal note, Andy and I got a chance to meet Andy and Mary, but I think one of the first places we had that conversation was we were driving around in that campaign bus in 2006, Andy. And we spent a lot of time talking about our families. And Glassmans and Lamonts have kids more or less the same age. And we talked back 15 years ago, Mary and I, when our kids were a lot younger. We both had to take a little time out from local government, time out from the politics. It took an awful lot of evening activities. We wanted to make sure we had our family first, and we were home in the evening. My wife Annie, she works outside of the house, and we made a deal. We made a deal that one of us was going to be at home every evening to make sure that we were there with our kids. And I know that Andy and Mary had to make the same choices. They did it for their family. And now it's 10, 15 years later, our kids are getting older, they're graduating, and more than any other state in the country Mary and I talk about, our young graduates leave. They leave for greener pastures. They leave for better job opportunities. And that's going to change because Mary and I are going to do everything we can to make sure that Connecticut is a place that all of our kids can call home. And it's already working. My daughter Emily came home and she's here to help me with the campaign. Let me just leave you with this thought. This is a team that gives Connecticut the best chance to start winning again. We're at a crossroads right now. Mary and I believe in this state. We believe our best days are ahead of us. We believe we invest in our future. We believe we invest in our kids. We believe we invest in transportation. That's how we get the state going again. That's how we get the state growing again. That's how we win in November, and that's how Connecticut starts winning again. Without further ado, I am so proud to introduce you the next Lieutenant Governor of the state of Connecticut, Mary Glassman.
Ned, I am so proud and so honored to be back home in New Britain.
Yeah.
surrounded by my family, my friends, my supporters, to declare that I am a candidate for Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Connecticut and ready to work hard to elect Ned Lamont, the first Democratic governor of the state of Connecticut. As you know, New Britain is a special place for me. It is where I grew up. I learned the value of hard work and the power of a good education. I had great teachers here in New Britain, at Smith School, Roosevelt Junior High School, St. Thomas Aquinas High School. As a kid, I delivered the Herald newspaper just across the street and returned after college to be a reporter for that same newspaper. It wasn't always easy. My dad died when I was very young, and my mom worked hard to make sure my three brothers and I had a chance to get an education. We worked our way through college. My brothers attended Central Connecticut State University, and I am a proud graduate of UConn and worked my way to go to UConn Law School at night, where I met my husband Andy, and we had a chance to raise our three children here in the state of Connecticut. You might say that I've had a chance to live the American dream. The idea that if you work hard and get a good education, you can succeed and make a difference. Unfortunately, today that dream may be slipping away for too many people in our state. We worry that our children will not have the same chance that we had to get an affordable education, to find a job, and to raise their children. I'm joining Ned here today because I believe together we can fix that for everyone in Connecticut. Shrinking job market, skyrocketing tuition costs have made it difficult for dedicated, hard-working people all across our state to achieve what's best for their families. Again, I'm here to join Ned because I believe together we can fix that. All across Connecticut, from New Haven to the northwest corner, Connecticut's full of bright, talented people who can be the next generation of leaders our state will need to help face the challenges our state is facing. I believe that Ned is the man at this time in our state's history who can spark that resurgence. We need everyone in our state to succeed. To do that, we need a governor who will focus on improving our schools, create good-paying jobs, and make our state the vibrant place to live, work, and play that we know it can be. Ned has shown through his hard work and thoughtful approach that he can be that kind of governor. I just want to share with you that Andy and I have known Ned and Annie since the campaign trail in 2006. We know we have the same children, about the same age, and we worry, as most other parents, that our children will have to leave Connecticut to pursue the opportunities that we had in our state. I was impressed then, as I am now, with Ned's strong commitment to his family, the determination to take his expertise and business approach and best business practices and apply that to the state of Connecticut to make sure that our state government works. Ned is just not a smart man, a successful man, but he cares about the people of the state of Connecticut. I am particularly impressed with his compassion and courage to stand up and make the difficult choices, something that our state so desperately needs today. Proud to be here today as Ned Lamont's running mate because although we come from different parts of the state with different experiences, we share the same vision. And together, I believe that we have the experience to make that vision a reality for all people in the state of Connecticut. Ned's experience in building a successful business and creating jobs will help create the public-private partnerships that our state will need to change the direction of our state. I'm excited to bring my 20 years of experience as a first selectman, as a staffer at the legislature, and as chief of staff of the Lieutenant Governor's office. I know the office of Lieutenant Governor, and I'm ready to get to work for the people of Connecticut. and I sat down to talk about this ticket, we quickly realized that together we would be the two fiercest competitors for the hardworking people of our state. Together we will build a team of the best and brightest our state has to offer to tackle the challenges that lie ahead for our state. Together we will create a partnership that will bring bold and creative changes to government, that will focus on helping businesses grow and creating jobs, supporting towns and cities, and educating our next generation, and keeping our young children in our state. No longer will we accept mediocrity in our state government and borrow from the future to pay for the past. No, we will create world-class workforce by improving our schools and closing the widest achievement gap in the nation. We will invest in new and innovative programs at our universities and offer loan repayments for graduates who make a commitment to stay in our state. We will stop exporting our best product, our young people, and focus on creating a world-class workforce that will attract and create jobs. This is our time to make change in Connecticut. This is our time to stand up and be counted. My mother, who's here today, who was raised in foster care and never had the opportunities that I've had, has always told me I can be anything I want. Well, today, I want to be a great lieutenant governor for a man who has the compassion and the ability to move the state forward. Ned and I ask for your support today and ask for your vote so together we can move this state of Connecticut forward. Thank you for your